L2, Layer 2, scaling solutions built on top of a blockchain, Layer 1, to increase speed and reduce costs, like rollups or sidechains. Why are transactions so cheap on this chain? It's an L2, it processes off the main chain. Rollup, a Layer 2 solution that bundles multiple transactions into one to reduce costs and congestion on the main blockchain. How does this chain handle so many trades? They use rollups to batch transactions. Sidechain, a separate blockchain linked to the main chain, allowing faster or specialized transactions. Can I stake on this network? Try their sidechain, it's built for that. ZK Rollup, Zero-Knowledge Rollup. A rollup using zero-knowledge proofs to ensure privacy and efficiency while scaling transactions. Is this L2 secure for private trades? It's a ZK Rollup, super private and fast. Optimistic Rollup, a rollup assuming transactions are valid and less challenged, offering fast and cheap scaling. Why is this chain so affordable? It's an optimistic rollup, cuts down on fees. Sharding, splitting a blockchain into smaller pieces, shards, to process transactions in parallel, improving scalability. How will this chain handle more users? They're implementing sharding next year. TPS, transactions per second. A measure of how many transactions a blockchain can process per second, indicating its speed. Is this chain faster than Ethereum? Yeah, it's got a TPS of 10,000. EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine. The runtime environment for smart contracts on Ethereum-compatible blockchains. Can I deploy my app on this chain? Sure, it's EVM compatible, so it'll work. Gas limit, the maximum amount of computational work, gas, a user is willing to pay for a transaction. Why did my transaction fail again? Your gas limit was too low for that contract. Fork, a change in a blockchain's protocol, creating a new version that may or may not be compatible. What's this new version of the chain? It's a fork, they upgraded the rules. OG, original gangster. A term for early adopters or respected veterans in the crypto or Web3 community. Who's that guy giving alpha on Discord? He's an OG, been in crypto since 2015. Bearish, a market sentiment expecting prices to fall, often leading to selling or caution. Should I buy this token now? I'm bearish, might drop more first. Bullish, a market sentiment expecting prices to rise, encouraging buying and optimism. What's the vibe on this coin? Super bullish, it's about to pump. LTV, loan to value, the ratio of a loan to the value of collateral in DeFi lending, affecting risk and terms. Can I borrow more against my tokens? Check your LTV, don't overleverage. Over-collateralized, when a DeFi loan requires collateral worth more than the borrowed amount for safety. Why do I need so much collateral? It's over-collateralized to protect the lender. Liquidation, when a borrower's collateral is sold to repay a loan due to insufficient value or margin call. My account just lost half its funds. Sounds like you got liquidated, price dropped. Arbitrage, buying and selling an asset across markets to profit from price differences. How do you make profit so fast? Arbitrage, bought low on 1DX, sold high. Slippage tolerance, the acceptable price change a user allows for a trade, protecting against high slippage. My trade cost more than expected. Set a lower slippage tolerance next time. TWAP, time-weighted average price. A pricing method averaging an asset's price over time, used in DeFi for fair trading. How's this DX avoiding price spikes? They use TWAP for smoother pricing. Front-running, when someone prioritizes their transaction, often via higher fees, to profit before another's. Someone snagged my trade. You got front-run, they paid more gas. Sandwich attack, a manipulation where a trader places orders before and after a target transaction to profit from price changes. Why'd my swap cost so much? Might have been a sandwich attack on your trade. Gas token, a token used to pay for transaction fees on a blockchain, like ETH on Ethereum. What do I need to pay fees here? You'll need their gas token, check the chain. Faucet, a tool providing free test tokens for use on testnets to experiment without real funds. How do I test this app without money? Grab some tokens from their testnet faucet. Epoch, a fixed time period in a blockchain for events like staking rewards or governance votes. When do we get staking rewards? At the end of this epoch, in 2 days. Slashing, a penalty in staking where a validator loses tokens for misbehavior, like downtime. Why'd my validator lose funds? They got slashed for being offline. Relayer, a service or node that facilitates off-chain or cross-chain transactions, often in Layer 2. How's this L2 so fast? Relayers handle the off-chain work. Batch transaction, grouping multiple transactions into one to save on fees and improve efficiency. How'd you save on gas fees? I used a batch transaction for my swaps. Merkle tree, a data structure used in blockchains to efficiently verify large datasets, like airdrop eligibility. How do they verify airdrop claims so fast? They use a Merkle tree for quick checks. Gas refund, a feature in some protocols where unused gas from a transaction is returned to the user. I got some ETH back after my trade. Nice, that's a gas refund for unused fees. Cross-shard, transactions or interactions occurring between different shards of a sharded blockchain. Can I send tokens to another shard? Yeah, it's a cross-shard transaction.